I'm a neonatologist and I work on neonatal intensive care. Over my career, over the years at St Michael's Hospital, we have looked after thousands of preterm babies. Thanks to innovations and continuous improvements in clinical care, we are now at the point that the tiniest babies can survive, thrive, and potentially lead normal lives. Our most effective treatments to protect the preterm brain are given long before the baby arrives on neonatal intensive care. Drugs like magnesium sulphate target the baby's brain when they're in the womb. These drugs need to be given to the mother in preterm labour and just before birth.
Florence was born at St Michael's Hospital at 25 weeks. Obviously it was quite a scary time for us to begin with, and as everyone says, is a roller coaster of emotions.
She's £1 10 ounces, little tiny thing, bright red, and yeah, that's how it all began for Florence.
I was given the magnesium sulphate to contribute towards trying to prevent cerebral palsy.
Florence was in hospital at St Michael's for 101 days in total. The early days were obviously so scary and frightening. What the staff at St Michael's done and how they looked after Florence is the reason she's so good today.
The outcome of a very preterm baby is determined by 3 specialisms: midwifery, obstetrics, and the neonatal team. From our work on PReCePT, the research team have discovered that to achieve the best possible uptake of magnesium sulphate, we need these 3 teams to function in synergy. We need one perinatal team focused on the best outcome for that particular preterm baby.
As a mother who has gone through pregnancy and preterm birth, it is inconceivable to me that there wouldn't be a joined up approach across the whole perinatal team. I think it's fair to say that it's any mother's expectation that the care that she receives during her pregnancy, preterm birth and subsequent care of her baby is delivered seamlessly. Ultimately, the focus must be on achieving the best possible outcome for her baby. In the first PReCePT project, we learnt that the whole perinatal team needed to be developed to work as one, and I'm really pleased to see that this is what's happening now up and down the country.
As QI coaches, we were tasked with supporting the 13 units who were involved in the study, and we did that via one-to-one coaching, team coaching, but we also developed a range of materials and toolkits for them and ran workshops and learning events. One of the most important factors in ensuring that PReCePT was sustained was to build in embedding from the beginning. So Vardeep and I developed a snapshot tool which units are able to use monthly to assess where they are against where they want to be. And we also developed a sustaining and embedding tool which units were able to use at one of the learning events to start planning in how they would ensure the changes were sustained when we left them to it.
Before PReCePT, here at Watford, our magnesium sulphate compliance rates were low at 55%, below the national average. Obstetricians, neonatologists and midwives were relatively working in isolation. Now we have completely turned it around on its head. So since we've started PReCePT, our magnesium sulphate uptake rates for eligible mothers have gone above 85%. And at least in the last 6 months, not a single mother who is eligible for magnesium has not received it.
Once we've done the loading dose, we just need to get your magnesium levels in your blood to the right level to act as the neuroprotection for baby. As a PReCePT champion, my role has been to increase awareness of the importance of giving magnesium sulphate to women prior to preterm delivery. That training includes for midwives and for doctors and for neonates as well. Prior to PReCePT, we were giving magnesium sulphate for neuroprotection, and we were running at 53% compliance. Since PReCePT, we are now running at 89% compliance. PReCePT has definitely helped Medway Hospital in regards to a perinatal team. The communication between both units now has really opened up, and it's really helped us to be able to work as a multidisciplinary team and really come together to ensure that we're hitting our targets and protecting these babies.
As an obstetrician, it's very important that we look after the mum and the baby, and also trying to give the baby the best start in life. And I think the PReCePT study has made a major impact on that, because we're trying to reduce the risk of cerebral palsy. The Jessup Wing in Sheffield is a centre which has between 6,000 and 7,000 deliveries per year. Because we're such a large tertiary centre, it means that we have a big number of preterm deliveries, and therefore the PReCePT study had a big impact on our practice. The collaboration between the obstetricians and the neonatologists at this unit has definitely changed in a formal way, but also in an informal way. In a formal way, that the guidelines have been improved and that everybody knows exactly what to do when there is a preterm labour. In an informal way, there is more day-to-day contact about new projects to improve the quality of care of both mums and babies at this unit.
With PReCePT, we have trained up highly skilled perinatal teams around the country, skilled at implementing new treatments. We've managed to get magnesium uptake above 85% so that every eligible mother is receiving this drug reliably. But PReCePT is an unfinished symphony. Our vision going forwards is to maintain this network of perinatal teams to enable us to implement new treatments to protect the preterm brain at pace and at scale, to enable every preterm baby to reach their full potential.